Hello everybody, it's Mr. Chase again and welcome back to another video. Today we will learn about how to find the area of compound shapes. Now this is day 2 in our unit on polygons, and I hope that you were able to do the first lesson on just area of just regular polygons, okay? You've been taking some notes along the way, and I'm going to encourage you again to do the same today, all right? Area of compound shapes. Let's get into it. So, what is a compound shape? Okay, well, a compound shape is just a collection of two or more shapes that have been pushed together to make one. Okay, it's really just two or more shapes, sort of like, let me see if I can do a drawing here. Like if I had a rectangle and I sort of like put a triangle here at the end. Okay, so you'd find the area of that whole thing, rectangle and triangle together. You'd find them separately, then you'd add them together, right? Or a popular one is like a square that has half of a circle on each side, right? So what is that completely? That is a square, and then it's one whole circle from here and here, and another whole circle from here and here. Okay, I know that's a weird looking drawing, but that's what we're going to do today. Okay, we're going to find area of compound shapes. We're going to break shapes down and find the areas individually. Okay, so let's take a look at this first one. Okay, so it says find the area. Now, when you look at this shape, there's a couple of different ways to sort of view it. So actually, I put this on both page 1 and page 2 here, example 1 and example 2. And I'm going to show you two different ways to do it. So the first way I'm going to show you how to do it is sort of to make like a little line that goes across here. So you have this black rectangle down here. And then you have, I'm just going to do up here, you have this little green one up here. Okay, and maybe you can already picture the other way that I could have cut this. I'm going to do that in example 2. So, finding the area, right? First off, we have up here, shape 1 and shape 2. Now, I'm going to clearly try to mark these so you can see what I'm doing with them, okay? The first one is a 3-inch by 5-inch rectangle. Okay, so area is going to be 3 times 5, or the area for that top one is 15 inches squared. Guys, keep putting the squared on your label, please. Okay, got people that aren't doing that or didn't do that in the last one. I wrote to you and said, hey, please make sure you're writing your answers in squared units because this is area. Okay, area of shape number 2. Okay, it is an 8-inch by 4-inch rectangle, or 32 squared inches, and I'm going to add those together, okay, because it's saying find the area of this entire shape here, okay, 15 up here, 32 down here. I add those together, and let me change the color, 7, 4, or 47 inches squared. Okay, pretty straightforward, all right? We cut it going across here and made our 2. Well, now what I'm going to do is I have the same picture, right? I literally copied it and just changed it to blue. I'm going to do the same thing, except I'm going to cut it this way, all right? So now I have shape 1 and shape 2, okay? Now, we should still get 47 inches squared. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is if you cut it differently than I cut it, or if two people have different ways of seeing it, we should still all get the same answer of 47 inches squared, or whatever the shape happens to be. Okay, so now I'm going to do shape 1. All right, well, what is shape 1? Shape 1, the area of shape 1 is 4 by... Okay, how much is that? Well, if this whole bottom thing is 8 inches, And, right, this whole bottom thing is 8 inches. And I'm using 3 of them up here. How much am I left over with right there? Well, that's got to be a 5. Okay, now I can't just assume that the 5 that I was written here in black is for this part and for this part, although it does end up happening that they're both the same. I can't assume. I actually have to calculate that. So it's a 4 by 5, all right, which is 20, all right? And let me see, what's this other one? So if I've used 5 of them, that means I have 3, and what's the height of this whole thing? Well, if I look at the other side, 5 inches for the height here, 4 inches for the height here. If I combine those, I get the height for all of this over here. That means that this is 9 inches. So shape 2, area of shape 2 is a 3 by 9. Okay, 3 by 9, which is 27, because of course, what do we need to get at the end? We need to get 47 inches squared, okay? Got to make sure I'm labeling these inches squared. So yes, we got the same answer for both of the last ones, okay? All right, one way, cut it across. Another way, cut it vertically. And either way should get us 47 inches, okay? Now, if you need to pause, if you need to rewrite that down, go ahead. If you found that one way is better than the other and you only wrote one of those 2 ways, that's fine with me too, okay? Okay, find the area. Okay, so what do we have here? It looks like we have, wow, okay. Let me think. I sort of see like a long rectangle here on top. And then I see like 2 little squares down here on the bottom sort of added on. So that's how I'm going to treat it. I'm going to treat it as 1, 2, 3 different shapes. Okay, 1, 2, 3 different shapes. That looks good to me. And I actually included a page here so I could show you my work all on the first separate page here. So area of shape 1. Okay, what is shape 1? That upper red rectangle is 15 centimeters times, let's see. So that's 9 centimeters, and 5 of them have already been used. So maybe it's 4. Let's see over here. This whole thing over here is 7 centimeters, and 3 of them are getting used down here. So that's also 4. I think that the height of that is 4 centimeters. Okay, so area of shape 1 is a 15 by 4, okay, although it doesn't tell me it's 4. See how the 7 and the 9 are sort of in the middle of those sides? So I can't assume that the 7 goes right here and the 9 goes right here at the ends. Instead, I can assume 7 is the whole thing, and I'm subtracting 3, so that's 4. From the 9, I'm subtracting 5, and that's 4. So I know I got that, okay? 60 centimeters squared. Okay, shape 2. Well, what is that? Looks like it's a little square. It's a 3 by 3. That means it's 9 centimeters squared. Okay. And shape 3 is a 5 by 5 square. And I'm adding all those up, right? Okay. First one was 60, then 9, then 25, and I'm adding all those up. 60 plus 25 is 85. 85 plus 9 is 94 centimeters squared. Okay. Now I'm sure you're looking at this shape and saying, "Oh, I could have cut it up differently. I could have represented it in different shapes," and you could have. I'm sure you could have used, maybe drawn a line here and had a rectangle, and maybe right here and had a rectangle, or you could have done it any other combination, but find a way that works for you All right, and then find the area of each of those, whether it's breaking it into 1 or 2 or 3 rectangles or squares, that's fine with me. Okay, finding the area. Let's make this a little bit bigger so we can see what this is. Okay. Oh, all right. I forgot about these ones. Okay, so this shape, let me see if I can actually bring it over here closer to where the camera is so you can get a little bit better picture of it, right? So this is it looks like it's a rectangle, okay? It's a rectangle that has half of a circle on top of it. And let me undo that so I can actually draw a straight line. There we go. Right there. Okay. So I have a rectangle on the bottom, and I'll call that shape number 1. And then shape number 2 is half of a circle. Okay. So when I'm thinking about the area of shape 2, I'm going to have to do pi times the radius squared divided by 2. Because I only need half of it, okay? Area of shape number 1 should be easy. It's a 6 by 9 rectangle, 54 feet squared, okay? So then I'm going to do half of the circle. Now, this 6 feet down here is actually helping me tremendously because that 6 feet is also the same length of the diameter of my circle, okay? 6 feet is the diameter of my circle. Now, they wrote it down here at the bottom, and you're supposed to know that it also means, oh, here at the top, it must also be 6 feet, okay? If 6 feet is my diameter, some of you are already thinking where I'm headed, the radius must be 3 feet, okay? The 3-foot radius, that's what I need to use over here. Pi times 3 squared divided by 2, okay? The area of shape 2. I'm going to do 9 pi, right? That came from the 3 times 3, and then divide it by 2. Let's see if I can do that all at one time using my calculator, okay? 9 times pi equals, divided by 2 equals 14.137. Now I'm just going to make it 14.1. Okay, and that's feet squared. And I need to add that to, okay, I need to add that to my 54. 54 feet squared. That's the box on the bottom, the rectangle, plus half of the circle, 14.1 feet squared. That gives me 50, 60, 68.1. 68.1 feet squared. Now, if I did that too fast for you, pause the video, write some stuff down, okay? Even scroll back a couple seconds if you need to, all right? That is finding the area of compound shapes, okay? Thanks for watching. Give it a like if you can so I know how many people are watching it. That's awesome. Have a great day. Keep working hard. The end is near for the school year. Thanks, guys.